picture books. Where did you get that idea?
Well, I was visiting the nursing home where my mother lives over the past year or so, and have gotten to know a lot of the people that live there. And one evening I had gone in with the intent of reading my mother a bedtime story. A friend of mine had just given me a storybook, a picture book, a children's book, and I thought she might enjoy it. So my intent was to go in and climb into bed with her and read her a story, and when I got there, she was already sleeping. But when I rounded the corner, there were a group of people sitting, just sitting and hanging out, and I went over and asked them if they would mind if I read this story to them, and everyone seemed okay with that, and so I began reading the story to the group, going up and down the line, and I was pretty astounded with the level of attention and engagement that was going on. People that otherwise I might not have connected with in the past suddenly were looking up at me and asking questions about the story, and were clearly very interested. And it was thrilling. It was through the process of having the story read to them, you see sparks. You see people really lighting up. There's this one example that I think is absolutely fabulous. The first passes I go through with the book, the woman is mildly curious. And the second time around, she's much more interested, and she takes the book and actually asks me a question about the picture, which was very surprising to me because I haven't heard much verbiage from this resident before. So that to me that just kind of blew my mind. Well, the third time around, there were two women next to her holding the book, looking at the pictures, and suddenly her hand comes in and is grabbing and saying, "Give me the book." That's just incredible. He's a very sweet gentleman, and will always nod to you and smile. I started reading him the story, and suddenly he interrupted me, and we locked eyes, and he recited from beginning to end a Walt Kelly poem that he pulled out from probably 40 years ago. It was so thrilling to see his joy. He was on fire. So thrilling to me. I laughed. I leave there with such happiness and such joy after experiencing something like this. You can't have an effect like that. You can't see a result like that and not be touched, not be moved, not want to do it over and over and over again. I left just feeling euphoric. I was so excited and thought, wow, this was just not what I had expected at all. How can we address this in the larger elderly community? So I was sharing the story with people, and I had mentioned it to my daughter, who's a writer, and she got very excited and said, imagine we're reading a story, a picture story that had content that was pertinent to that age group. What did she see, as from a writer's perspective? What might some of those differences be? So she was able to highlight some of those, and I asked her if she would write me a story, and that's Lavender Ladies was born. She wrote Lavender Ladies based on what she felt would be pertinent content for that developmental